In the previous video, we spoke about the horrible atrocities of the KKK, and in this one, we're going to look at a particular incident which took place in 1955. Now, this story involves this young boy, Emmett Till, and it is a very important story in the overall civil rights picture, as it is often seen as a turning point in the motivation for gaining equality for black people. Now, this story is all about this 14-year-old boy, Emmett Till, who grew up in a working class neighbourhood on the south side of Chicago, a quite northern state. And although Till went to a segregated school, he was not prepared for the level of segregation he would experience when he travelled down to the southern state of Mississippi to visit his uncle. August 20th, 1955, Till took the trip from Chicago down to Mississippi. His mother warned him about what to expect and gave him his father's ring to wear, but he set off with his cousins in the train to Mississippi. A few days later, on the 24th of August, Till and his cousins drove his uncle's car to a small town called Money, and they stopped at the Bryant's grocery store to buy some sweets. When they were inside the store, Emmett's cousins dared him to talk to a woman called Carol Bryant, the wife of the shop owner. He either said something like, "Bye, baby," or whistled at Carol Bryant, but either way she was not happy. So on the 28th of August, her husband, Roy Bryant, and her half-brother, J.W. Millen, knocked on the door of Emmett's uncle's house. When the men arrived, they asked if the three boys from Chicago were staying with him, and his uncle led them into a room where Emmett was sleeping. The men told Emmett to get dressed, and they took him away. Although his uncle pleaded and begged them to let him stay, he was told that if he tells anyone about this, they would kill his uncle. 3 days later, Till's body was discovered in the Tallahatchie River. It had been weighed down by a 75-pound cotton gin fan, a bit like the one in the next picture. He had barbed wire wrapped around his neck, his face had been mutilated, and his body was barely identifiable other than the ring that he was wearing. Emmett's uncle informed the police about his kidnapping, and both Bryant and Millan were arrested for this. When Emmett's mother finally seen his body, she decided that she would have an open casket funeral for him. She wanted the world to know what had happened to her son. She wanted them to see that his right eye was missing, that his nose had been broken, and that there was a hole in the side of his head. 50,000 people attended Emmett Till's funeral. However, on September 19th, 1955, both Bryant and Millan were tried for their crimes. They were tried with an all-white, all-male jury, and despite the overwhelming evidence that they were guilty and the widespread pleas of justice from people outside of Mississippi, the male jury took 67 minutes to decide that they should be set free. Furthermore, in 2007, this woman, Carol Bryant, the one that the boys had originally apparently wolf whistled at, admitted that she had lied about the full event and that she isn't sure if it actually took place. Therefore, Emmett Till may have died for no reason. However, as we will move forward, we will see that this is believed to be a key event which motivates others to take on the civil rights movement. Rosa Parks is believed to have said that when she sat on the bus, it was Emmett Till that she was thinking of, and we'll explore that in future videos.